welcome back to Genshin Impact. The 6.7/Luna 8 update has officially gone live, and as sad as it is to say, this is in fact the final update within the Nod Cry cycle. I promise I'm not going to cry over this. Trust me. I'm probably going to do that, when the next update comes, because I'll no longer be in Nod Cry. You get it?
Would you like to go moon gazing? You can sit in my rocking chair and admire the view. Or we could go to the moon and gaze down after that. Whatever you prefer.
Speaking of the moon, let's go ahead and see what is going to be in store for us within this little bit of the 6.7 update, but you probably have two questions for yourself. Number one, why am I in Fontaine? And number two, why do I only have a party that consists of Arlecchino and the Bina?
I used to take long walks in Silver Moon Hall every day, so don't worry about me. I can keep up.
Okay, thank you for that, Bina. Anyway, let's go on to see what is going on within this update, well, within at least the first bit of it. This is, in fact, the primary reason why we're in Fontaine, because this is, in fact, the main event, Summy Summer Fontinalia. I know I kind of said Summy, but you know where I was going with it. Sunny, Summy, potato. As stated before, this is in fact the main event, and this is actually going to be the main focus for our first set of videos within the 6.7 update. I haven't taken the quest yet, but as you can see here, we get our usual rewards, which includes Primo Gems, Crown of Insight, as well as a free copy of Charlotte, as well as a new outfit that you can get for Charlotte within this update for free. Otherwise, if you don't get it by the time that the update ends, well, you're gonna have to pay for it. Like a good chunk of Genesis crystals. There's also another outfit that is technically one that you have to pay for, and I wish I had the Genesis crystals for it, because it features one of the greatest characters to have been ever conceived in this game that by Sitlali Bias is definitely showing, as the editor is likely fading in an image of Sitlali in her new outfit right as we speak. We also have some other gimmicks for furniture, furniture for our teapot, as well as the usual adventure books, talent level ups, these rocks, sanctifying elixirs, and ores, and more, the gist of that. And if you haven't done as much progress within the fourth and final free constellation event for this cycle, you still technically have less than 6 weeks to do this, because I'm pretty sure we're going to be getting a new iteration of this within the next update. So if you still have some progress left, now would be the time to actually, work on it, because there is not much time left. And if you've completed the 8 weeks, as by the time that this video goes up, you could also receive additional rewards if you complete additional weeks going forward. We also have a new exploration area known as the Moon. And I believe this is that this is the next sort of expansion to Nod Cry, and it's technically the final expansion to Nod Cry, as we literally go to the moon. And as you can see here, we have an exploration rewards, and I believe it is 80%? Yeah, a total of 80%, as well as complete the Moon Gazing World Quest, you will receive, of course, 400 Primo Gems, which is equivalent to like 3 pulls, and then some. We also have a new feature known as the Witch's Revelation. And of course, you will receive this item, which also helps you unlock the Witch's Revelations related quests for these following characters, which in turn unlocks buffs for Yaimiko, Yume Mizuki, Chi-Chi, Diona, Beto, Risley, and Sino. And, well, to put it simply, we'll go over a bit into why these characters are getting buffed within the Witch's Revelation kind of like world quest. It's kind of a world quest, but it's really just sort of similar to the Witch's Homework, where, you know, if you get these characters to level 70, and of course if you've unlocked the character, you will receive their buffs, and these buffs technically go in line towards the newest iteration of a reaction that we have been introduced to within this update, known as the Stellar Conduct reaction. We'll go further into that once we do the test run for the newest character that has been, well, released. And that, of course, is Sandrone. Yep, the 7th of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, the marionette herself, Sandrone, has now made her official playable debut within this update, which is kind of crazy, because, you know, back within the Nod Cry Experience 4, we saw her die right before our very eyes by the doctor. But then the doctor died, so you know what? Sandrone's back. We're all winners here. We also plan on pulling for Sandrone, but we'll get into that in a little bit, because before we do that, we have the newest album of Nod Cry, where roads are pledged to cross. If you complete 8 songs on any difficulty and attain at least a Dulcim rating, you'll earn 60 Primo Gems. And of course, the next iteration of Milliastra Wonderland is also out. If you complete one popular Wonderland stage while using a mannequin that's wearing a set or try-on cape from the current season, you'll earn 60 Primo Gems. And I've also technically did this earlier today, but the newest season of the Imaginarium Theater is out, with your opening characters are Arlecchino, Bennett, Sino, Beto, Ganyu, and Diona. And you also have your special characters that are also part of this in Yumi Mizuki, Columbina, Kanish, and, of course, everyone's favorite, Strawberry. As we all know, Strawberry, in fact, is the best character within Nod Cry. The best 4-star, at least. Okay, probably one of the best characters in general. I love Yehoda. It's a shame that she's not in this update. Well, at least story-wise. Makes me a little sad. But with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and go over the test run for Sandrone. Sandrone is a cryo damage dealer who enables her teammates to trigger stellar conduct reactions and who deals stellar conduct damage directly with her talents. When Sandrone is in the party, superconduct reactions triggered by party members will be converted to stellar conduct reactions. A starlight prism will appear on the field, turning the surrounding area into a wondrous pulsar field for a short period of time. All characters inside the pulsar field receive a cryo and electro damage bonus, and when opponents within the field are hit by cryo or electro attacks, the field will store the dissipating elemental energies and then completely release them every 4 seconds. This further increases the aforementioned damage bonus, and also increases the base stellar conduct damage coefficient for 4 seconds. Additionally, opponents within the pulsar field will also have their physical res reduced. During a charged attack, Sandrone will summon the mechanism Fagio to bombard opponents. During this time, Fagio's power will rise continuously, and once it reaches its max limit, Fagio will overheat and slow down its rate of attack. Outside of a charge attack, Fagio's power decreases slowly, and when Sandrone is off-field, she will focus on repairing Fagio, causing the latter's power to decrease quickly. When Fagio's power is below 50% of the max limit, it will exit overheating and continue to bombard the opponent with the usual poise and elegance. And as you can see here from that little animation, that's just basically Nouvelette charge attack. Because we do need another Nouvelette, right? When Sandrone unleashes the elemental skill, she will board her Tea-Party Tactical Assault hover mech and elegantly hover forward for some time, as well as fires prism shots at any opponents nearby. During this time, Sandrone will also quietly repair Fagio on the side, causing its power to decrease quickly. When she unleashes her elemental bursts, Sandrone will summon a large number of prismatic resonance cannons for an elegant, wide area bombardment in front of her. I would probably say that this is quite elegant, if I do say so myself. Oh, and there's Fagio right there. Oh, she's reading letters? Or... Wait. Is that a letter from the Bina? The way that Sandrone just reacted to that. Typical Sandrone. Whenever something involves the Bina.
I like music.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sandrone, for interrupting you. But let's go ahead and take a look at Sandrone's stats, shall we? Yep. I have a feeling that she might be an attack scaler, given how high her attack stat is. I'm sorry, I just wanted to let this play out. Anyway, we have Sandrone's weapon, a Teaspoon of Transcendence. Her attack is increased by 28%. Additionally, each time the equipped character hits an opponent with their charged attack, they attain Transcendence for a short time. Their Stellar Conduct damage is increased by 16% for 5 seconds, and this effect can stack once every 0.2 seconds with a maximum of 3 stacks. And as you can see there, that's some crit damage right there. She is also using the Disenchantment in Deep Shadow Artifact set. We didn't technically go over this because it was released within the last update, but just in case if you don't know, the 2-piece set gives you a 18% attack boost, and with a 4-piece set, Super Conduct reaction damage is increased by 80%, and Stellar Conduct reaction damage is increased by 40%. When the opponent, not the opponent, but when the wielder attacks opponents affected by the Super Conduct or Stellar Conduct reaction, this attack's crit rate is increased by 16%. It's kind of crazy if you think about it. And let's go ahead and take a look at her talents right here. We already have her basic attack, which, if I recall, this is the one that wants to take the biggest priority when it comes to leveling up. We also have her elemental skill, Formule Phenomenal Differential Analysis. And it just pretty much just goes over, you know, what goes on when using this elemental skill. And pressing Sprint, in this case, decreases her stamina by 10 and launches her into an elegant high-speed hover mode in which she'll move faster at the cost of 15 stamina per second. And when she starts hovering, if their opponent's nearby, she will summon a Prismatic Resonance Cannon and fire 2 prism shots at any opponent who have yet to cool down, dealing cryo damage. And with the Radiant Stellar Conduct, the second prism shot will instead deal cryo damage that is considered Stellar Conduct. And of course, when she's in the Team Party Tactical Assault Hover Mech, Sandrone will also elegantly and quietly repair Fagio, causing decoding power to swiftly decrease. And as you can see that her burst, it mostly deals AoE cryo damage, and with the Radiant Stellar Conduct, this will be considered this will also be considered Stellar Conduct damage. My mouth is a little dry. And then we have her first Ascension talent. With Radiant Stellar Conduct, when using an elemental skill, Formule Phenomenal Differential Analysis, if Fagio's decoding power is greater than 50, the second prism shot fired by Fagio at nearby opponents will deal 400% of its original damage as Fagio's decoding power is decreased. Additionally, for every 10 points of decoding power Fagio loses, it gains 1 stack of Refined Tactics for 60 seconds, up to a maximum of 10 stacks. When Sandrone uses her Elemental Burst, Formule Phenomenal QED, while in the Radiant Stellar Conduct state, all stacks of Refined Tactics are cleared, causing the convective inhibition rate to deal 100% damage, plus the number of stacks cleared, times 10% of its original damage. And her second Ascension talent, it increases Sandrone's Elemental Mastery based on her attack. Every 100 attack will increase her Elemental Mastery by 8 points. The maximum that she can gain this way is 160, so ideally you want to aim for 2000 attack. And with her passive talent, when party members trigger Super Conduct, it will be changed to Stellar Conduct, and party members' base Stellar Conduct damage will be increased based on Sandrone's attack. Every 100 attack she has increases the base Stellar Conduct's damage by 0.7%. The maximum that can be gained this way is 14%. Additionally, when Sandrone is within a Polestar field, she will also enter the Radiant Stellar Conduct state. And for reference, that's also 2000 attack for this passive talent. And another passive that she has is that when Sandrone is in the party, you will gain additional snack rewards after turning in your daily commissions with Catherine. Because, well, Sandrone's created Catherine. I'm pretty sure that's obvious.
In fact, I've taught myself to play many different instruments. You don't believe me? Find me a piano, and I'll show you a thing or two.
I'm sure you will, Sandrone. I'll make sure that Bina watches. So, let's go ahead and trigger a stellar conduct reaction like so. And I guess we also do a charge attack. Yep, that's basically Nouvelette.
Let's test my hypothesis.
And just like that, we've completed the test run. And now we can see here that this is kind of a team that you would want to go for with Sandrone, because apparently Yaimiko is like one of her best in slot teammates, and I've heard she's also going to be one of her best in slot teammates for quite some time. So let's go ahead and start things off. Hey, Lady Fuji.
Go. Sacred name.
I bet the swap is Sucrose, but that works
Take
too.
a break.
I literally am firing my laser.
Come on, keep up. What a joke. Right here.
Oh god,
right
where's
now.
these six-pack? Ah, we hate the Y-ups.
63 away. Enhanced module 7. Take a break.
We here are not fans of Y-ups. We think that they are smelly and stinky, and they deserve to be eliminated.
Right here. Emerge.
To be honest, I didn't even see the first Y-ob until it died, and then I saw the second Y-ob, and it's like, oh gosh, these things are back! Ugh. Well, anyway, now that Sandrone's test trial is done, I'm gonna go ahead and do Granny's real quick, and then we'll meet up with the Witch's Revelation story quest, just to get the introduction of it out of the way. And we'll also do some Sandrone pulls. Just another thing to also note when it comes to banners like this is also treated as a Chronicle banner, where you have a chance to pull for Risley, Mizuki, Sino, Yaimiko, Chi-Chi, as well as their signature weapons and the Skyward Forge blade. The Skyward sword. Not the Zelda game, but you know where I'm going with this, right? Right. But anyway, we're not pulling on that banner. But if we can check here, you can see that these characters also gain buffs from unlocking their certain revelations, such as like for their talents, their constellations also get buffed. But yeah, so it applies for Yumi, Mizuki, it applies for Risley, it also applies for Sino's additional talents, Ascension talents, as well as Elemental Skill and Constellation. For Yaimiko, it's pretty much the same thing, as well as Chi-Chi. And we'll just do one of those quests, and I'll probably just put it at the end of the video, just to give you an idea of what to expect. But let's go ahead and pull for Sandrone. In fact, I don't remember how far I am in pity, so let me just go ahead and take a quick look at it before I forget. Okay, so it turns out that I am actually at 18 pity, and as you can see, I have over 100 pulls saved. So hopefully we can get this early, because if we get this early, maybe we can also pull for the weapon, maybe? But we'll see. We shall see. So, I just hope that, if we get this on the first 10 pull, that would be so lucky. Anyway, 28. I was hopeful. I was hopeful. Well, let me just go ahead and see if... Oh, well, that's a constellation for Fremine. And another thing to note, that this has actually been the first time Fremine has been on a banner in over 2 years. Because I think the last banner he was on, by technical standards as a uprate, was back in 4.6 for the first phase, which was, well, it was over 2 years ago, which is a quite long time. But it's good to see the Fremene's back. It's almost kind of similar to the, the Kaveh treatment. Now, if only another certain character that hasn't been on a banner in forever also gets, a similar treatment. Although it's probably not going to happen, but, one can hope. 38. Darn. Well, let's go ahead and check. Oh, well, I think that's C5 Beto? Which is good, because it probably would be a good idea for me to get her to C6, so getting 2 of her in one single 10 pull is great. 48. And there's C6 Beto just like that. Yippee! Let's see, is it 58 now? It's 58. I think I might be going to soft pity at this rate. That's a constellation for Diona. I don't remember how many constellations I have for her. I think she is at... I think she's at C1. She's either at C1 or C2. I honestly don't remember. 68. Yep, that is definitely soft pity range. And that's a constellation for Mika, who's not even on this banner. Wait a minute, Mika was on the last banner that I didn't pull for. On the Lohen Mawika banner. But that is another constellation for Mika, which... I think that puts him at C2 as well. I will have to check. But now, soft pity. And there she is. For the record, I was on guaranteed, so, yeah. After I pulled for Linnea, I lost my 50-50 on the Chaska banner. And that was sad, because I wanted to get Chaska, but... you know what? This is fine. This is perfectly fine. Also, that's C3 Fremine. Ah. It's gonna wait till the last pull, isn't it?
I hate self-introductions. If you're supposed to know me, you'll get to know me naturally. And if you're not, why waste the time and energy? But, very well. For the sake of etiquette, I'll humor you just this once. Behold, before you stands Marionette, 7th of the Fatui Harbingers.
I thought she was going to continue on with that, but, yay, Sandrone! Okay, so it wasn't the last poll. It was the second to last. Oh boy.
Huh? We received an invitation? Judging by the envelope... Oh, it must be from Sandrone! Looks like we've been invited to a tea party. Paimon can't wait! Come on, let's go!
A tea party? That sounds lovely. And here she is, the one and only Marionette herself, Sandrone, in her utmost of elegance. So let me just go ahead and configure a team featuring Sandrone real quick, and we'll be right back. And here we are with the Sandrone team that I'm currently going to be running with. Now, as I mentioned before in the trial video, in the test run for Sandrone, that Yaimiko is going to be one of her best in slot teammates. Escoffier is here because, well, from what I've heard, Escoffier can also be technically considered a good teammate for Sandrone. And why is Chi-Chi here? Well, that's actually a good question, but apparently Chi-Chi also works really well with Sandrone, at least for the time being. So, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and do some event shenanigans, shall we?
See? Told you they'd be here.
That's right. I'm here.
Xavier! Oh, and Shiori and Farina too!
Happy Fontanalia Festival!
Hydro Archon above! If it isn't my darling camera operator and clapper loader! A very happy Fontanalia festival to you as well!
I'm guessing you came back to celebrate with us?
I mean, why wouldn't I?
Yep. And how about two? Even though the last festival had some unexpected hiccups, making the film was still super fun.
Paimon is so right about the unexpected hiccups.
Since you're all here together like this, you might be planning on entering the competition, right?
Oh yeah, last time Paimon sounded different, but you guys don't get to see that because, for obvious reasons.
Of course! A celebration of the entertainment industry. Who's anyone would choose to sit this one out? It only happens once a year, after all.
Fontaine fashion might be more my speed, but the festival brings in a lot of orders, brand recognition, so I wasn't going to miss out either.
A few awards have been added this year, too. Best Decor, Costume Design, and Best Operation.
Oh, I know how to operate a camera. Maybe I'll win a reward.
Ooh, sounds like we have work to do. Come on, tell us. What's Musketeer Pictures film gonna be about?
Oh, about that.
You haven't thought of one, haven't you?
What's wrong, Zabi? What's with that look? Oh, man. You weren't scammed by some shady investor again, were you?
Sounds like you were.
No, even I'm not naive enough to do something like that again.
Sure, buddy.
Besides, fine people here, Musketeer Pictures has more than enough funds to shoot without investors.
And yet problems persist.
Huh? What do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Well, we were planning to replicate our past success and shoot a film based on a popular novel. But as we were holding auditions for the female lead earlier today, a striking young mademoiselle wandered in by accident. Her disposition was simply ethereal. The look in her eyes somewhat melancholic. Oh, I wish you could have been there. The awe I felt can scarcely be put to words.
Sounds like she made quite the impression.
You had to be there, friend. No matter where she stood, it was as if her surroundings, even the air itself, turned into the perfect shot.
Guess you found your lead actress, then?
No, quite the opposite. My script is entirely unworthy of her.
No, I'm sure it's not that bad.
I fear it is. Nevertheless, I couldn't help but approach the mademoiselle to ask about her background and what brought her to Fontaine.
What did she say?
Sadly, she said her best friend was gone. After returning to her own homeland not too long ago, she decided to visit where her friend was from to remember them better.
Oh, no wonder she looked sad.
Yes, but that's when it struck me. Why not cast her as the lead in a film centered around her search for this old friend?
Huh? You're gonna rewrite the whole script? But is there even enough time? Isn't the prep work super complicated? We might not finish.
That sounds like a very risky move here, Xavier.
Think about the difficulties we faced with the two Musketeers. We had to start from scratch back then, too. I'd say we're ahead of the game this time.
Guess so, but...
Don't worry, Paimon. Shiori and I have evaluated the proposal, and we support Xavier's decision.
I don't really start on the costumes until the cast is finalized, so it's not too much extra work for me.
Oh, fair mademoiselles. How can I ever thank you?
Finishing the script would be a start.
Jakes?
You know, compared to a commercial popcorn flick, I do prefer the idea of shooting a more artistic film. One that leaves a profound and lingering impact in the hearts of the audience.
I agree. True trendsetters are people who dare to go against the grain.
Well, leave it to Director Farina to have a vision. Honestly, though, the artistic passion of everyone at Musketeer Pictures is inspiring.
Truly, indeed.
Anyway, now that we've heard so much about this lead actress, Paimon's gotta know who it is!
We'll probably figure it out because they're the ones zooming in towards us. The camera, that is. Ah!
Columbina! What are you doing here?
Yeah, what are you doing here, Bina?
I was just walking past when I heard you talking about me, so I came over.
Huh? You know Miss Columbina?
Yes, she is in fact the Bina.
First. Wait a second. Does this mean Columbina is the actress who inspired the whole rewrite?
You know, Xavier's reaction seems a lot more reasonable now. Which means quite a few things are starting to make sense.
Yeah. Wait, so did you make the trip by yourself, Columbina?
Yes. I mentioned how I wanted to visit other nations once things settled down in Notcry, remember?
Oh yeah, that was about 6 months ago.
So I went to the curatorium to ask Never for advice. She told me about the film festival in Fontaine and said it might be fun to visit. I spoke to Lauma before I left too, and she thought it was a great idea to get out for a bit. It's just, I received quite different travel advice from the two of them.
No, really?
Oh? How so?
Care to elaborate, Bina?
Well, Lauma told me to go out and experience new things and make new friends.
What a wonderful suggestion. That's how a trip should be.
I agree, Farina.
What about Nefer?
She said, don't trust anyone and don't talk to strangers.
Sounds like Nefer and Lama in this case are both of Bina's moms in this regard.
That sounds like her.
I can understand that too. It shows this Nefer cares about you a great deal, Miss Columbina.
Yes, so I plan on combining their advice. All I need to do is turn strangers into friends, and then I can talk to them.
You know what? That's actually a 4D chess brain move there, Bina.
Huh. That kinda makes sense. But also, not.
Paimon, it's a 4D chess move.
Hey, Chiori. Oh, look who's back. Happy Fontanalia Festival, you two.
Happy Fontanalia Festival, Chevros.
Oh, looks like we have a superstar in our midst. How about an autograph, Big Shot?
Ha ha, very funny.
All settled then?
Yep, the Duke gave his blessing, and I cleared it with the U-Deck. During the festival, inmates with good behavior will get a chance to spend some time on the outside.
Under the stringent supervision of the Special Patrol, of course.
Risley! It's been a while. Happy Fontanalia Festival.
Happy Duke.
Does that mean Veronique and her brother will be at the festival?
During a specific window of time, sure. Doesn't hurt to give the inmates something to look forward to. A little sun will do them some good, I think. This is a friend from your travels, I'm guessing. Thought I heard something along those lines.
Right! We should make some introductions, huh? Chevros, Risley, this is Columbina, a friend we met in Notcry.
She also happens to be a moon goddess.
Welcome to Fontaine, Miss Columbina. I bet the weather's been quite an adjustment.
Yeah.
Bina? Uh-oh.
And the good kind, I take it.
No, I quite like it. It's a lot warmer than Notcry.
Then what was the punch for?
Oh, Should I not have done that? The flowers that bloom here are so vibrant, and the people are so kind. I just wanted to become friends as fast as possible.
Oh, I guess that Bina learns through visual demonstration as to, literally punch the Duke himself.
Ah, so that was meant as a gesture of friendship. Is that right, Miss Cullen?
Mm-hmm. Isn't that what friends do?
Right. Might have been a bit premature in this instance, though. Your friend here is quite the character.
She, doesn't get out much. And she doesn't have much experience with people.
Good thing we said something. You weren't seriously gonna go around punching every single person in Fontaine, were you?
That would be multiple counts of assault right there.
No, just the ones I wanted to be friends with.
That's not... what Paimon's trying to say is, maybe keep the punches to a minimum until after you're friends with someone.
Yeah, that's actually some sound advice from Paimon that you should definitely take.
If you say so.
She knows so.
You're quite the character, Miss Columbina.
So, are we friends?
Of course. Any friend of the Traveler is a friend of mine.
Yeah.
She did it again!
Oof.
Yeah!
When it comes to friends, you sure know how to pick 'em.
He's talking about the Fortress of Meripede. I'm pretty sure it's the Fortress of Meripede, Paimon. Oh, come on, I know at this point it's the Fortress of Meripede. For a second I thought it was going to be the Fortress of Meripede, but it looks like I was wrong. Oh yeah, that's right, this thing was in the Fortress of Meripede. I completely forgot about that. A date, you say? Maybe... No. That seems a bit too far-fetched. Only if she was here, though. Speaking of which, I wonder who mans this. It kind of reminds me of the Duke's office, but bigger. Wait a minute. That voice! What is she doing here? I feel like I've seen something I shouldn't have seen, but she was in the PJs. We might have caught her at a bad time, but I caught her at a very excellent time. You say, what's wrong with it? It looks cute and good, but I did it. I thought of it. I didn't hear a thing. Busted. It's just a lover's quarrel, Paimon. Don't worry about it. She got that death glare. But that's the death glare that kind of makes you want to look like you want to run for it, because she'll look like she's about to pull out the chocolate and beat you with it. Go see Ollie. Teach Paimon a lesson or two.
But working under her doesn't feel like being bossed around. She seems to respect what I think.
Well, I guess in that case, it would be a good idea to consider her friend. And any friend of Sitlali is a friend of mine.
Wow, she sounds like a great boss.
She did tell me she'd rather not be disturbed, though. She's been working on an important project, so I'd keep it brief.
Got it. Thanks for the heads up.
All right, the captain's quarters are this way. I can take... Wait. But I'm wearing... Ugh, whatever. I doubt she'll care. Just follow me. Miss Gyotan? These visitors were hoping to ask you about something.
Gilaton? I've heard that name somewhere before. Wait a minute. Gilaton?
I thought I said to limit the interruptions. Just tell them the aquarium is still...
Oh my god, her eyes! They're gears! Gasp!
Sandrone, you're here? Huh? You know each other?
Are you okay, Sandra? Do you remember us? Everyone was so upset after what happened. We all missed you so much.
I even cried a bit when you... that thing that happened to you.
Missy Lolly, why don't you escort this gentleman to the reception area for a cup of tea? I have something to discuss with these two in private.
Ah, I see. Right this way, Mr. Xavier.
Sandrone?
Is it really you?
I really can't go anywhere without running into you two, can I?
Are you okay? During the battle, your core, it was...
Destroyed by that bastard Dottore. That's right. But as you can see, I'm fine now. No major issues. Or at least, there shouldn't be. Oh, what a relief! Oh, why didn't you tell us sooner? Or come back to see your friends?
Now that I have the chance, I just want to say... Thank you for saving me.
Huh? Ugh, don't get the wrong idea. I only saved you so we could complete that formula and defeat Dottore once and for all. Even if he did crawl back from the grave to make us all miserable again.
It's true. He did exactly that. Well, one of his segments at least.
That doesn't matter. You're still a hero.
All right. But it wasn't just me. All I did was lend my brilliant mind to the cause and take care of one part of the plan. Although, I'm not denying it would have fallen apart without me. You got that right. You're amazing.
She is pretty amazing to come up with something like that.
But how did you go from a... you know...
I'm also curious about this.
From a lifeless pile of scrap to looking like this? Well, I'm always trying to put it a bit more gently, but... yeah.
I guess that's the blunt way to put it.
Where do I even start? Curse it all! Where am I? Did we do it? How much time has passed? I'm not in one of that lunatic's experimental labs, am I? Wait, Fontanian decor. Books from the Research Institute. Phew. One thing at a time. Initiate self-diagnostics. Assess the extent of the damage. Cut power to compromised, non-essential components. Then reconstruct available action modules. Severe damage to the core. Dottore, you bastard. Polonia? Polonia, wake up! Activate! You're in even worse shape than me. Internal gears and energy circuits are barely intact. Extreme damage to the core, just like me. Rebooting is off the table. Even if I could repair the damage, I don't know if... You used up all your critical energy in those final moments, didn't you? To protect the core of that guy in the hat, and the numerological array. Wait, the array. Yes! The prototype is still here. But can I even run it in this state? Whatever. I have to try. I just need to confirm one thing. Activate the numerological array. Connect the computing core to my body. Just like I thought. It needs too much computing power. Cut off power supply to all functions except the thinking module. Please. I just need to ask one question. Initiate query regarding the 3 moon sisters. How many living moon goddesses are there in possession of the Trilunar Authority? One. It worked. You did it, Columbina. You made it back. But how did I survive? The self-diagnostics showed damage severe enough to shut me down for good. What triggered the reboot? Huh? A built-in message? Only visible after a core reboot. The final gift. Alen! Were you the one who gave me this second chance? But why now? What activated it? What is that? A vision? Wait, no. It's a stellar linchpin? A stellar linchpin? What's that?
Sounds fancy.
You can think of it as a rare kind of vision. As for what causes one to manifest, well, that's still unknown. But in Snezhnaya, or in Afatui's research at least, it's believed to have some connection to the third descender. Third descender? We knew his remains were used to create the Gnosis, but this is the first we're hearing about a stellar linchpin.
It actually is. At least in game.
You knew about the remains? Right, of course. Look who I'm talking to. Yes, the Heavenly Principles used the remains of the third descender to create the 7 Gnosis as a means to consolidate the Archon system. Visions result from that same system, so extrapolating from there, it's clear that the manifestation of a vision is also, to some extent, related to the third descender. Still following?
Sort of.
For those that wield them, visions serve as a means to channel elemental power. The same is true of stellar linchpins.
Then I guess it would also technically apply to moon wheels as well.
The difference is that, when wielding elemental energy, stellar linchpin users often exhibit a unique kind of power that seems to come from beyond to that.
I guess that's where the stellar part comes in. And if you ask me, it kind of leaves you starstruck.
It's believed that, when a stellar linchpin manifests, impurities from the remains of the third descender get fixed in place. Hence the name. That's also believed to be the source of the strange power I just mentioned.
We've heard that visions can appear when someone has a really strong wish or desire. Stellar linchpins sound kind of similar, so does that mean...
Huh? Oh, don't look at me like that. I've never had any grand wishes or aspirations. Just a list of things that drive me up the wall. So if you're asking why this thing appeared, I have no clue. All I know is that without it, the gift Elen left me, this built-in second chance, never would have triggered. The damage to my core was too severe. But thanks to the stellar linchpin's manifestation, it did trigger. And after my core rebooted, I was able to repair the damage to my body. I also managed to import the numerological array, along with some of Polonia's surviving algorithms, into this form.
Wait, does that mean Polonia is...
That's right, Paimon. Polonia's dead.
Yes. Unfortunately, Polonia is... beyond repair.
Oh, we're so sorry to hear that. But you also mentioned something about a final gift?
Yes. Elen often spoke to me about wishes and desires when he was alive. I suppose he thought there might come a day when I wished for something, and was willing to sacrifice my own life to fulfill it. So he left me a chance to start over.
This gift, you never knew about it?
No, never. Elen once said I was his proudest masterpiece. That might sound boastful coming from me, but it's also an undeniable fact. After Elen died, I started studying how Polonia and I worked. Polonia is essentially a computational machine, so it wasn't difficult to figure out the mechanical principles there. But when it came to my own structure, that's when Elen, the Lord Artificer's true greatness, struck me once again. I attempted to imitate it when I created Catherine, but in the end, she turned out to be nothing more than a superficial replica.
What? But the creation skill, Catherine is super impressive. We were shocked when we found out she was a puppet.
Yeah, and it took us 6 nations and Nodcry for that all to, come into fruition that Catherine was a puppet this whole time.
No, she's nothing compared to what Elen was able to create. Some of the mechanical principles of my own core are still a complete mystery to me. Keeping that gift hidden wasn't even a challenge for him. Just a shame I had to waste it on fighting Dottore. Just couldn't stand the thought of him coming out on top.
It wasn't a waste. You gave the world a second chance.
If you put it that way, the world owes me a whole lot then, doesn't it?
I guess that's one way to put it, actually.
Wait, but all this still doesn't explain what you're doing here. Risley said you rented the ship and even had some kind of fishing permit?
That's because I'm trying to go back to the place Elen and I lived when he was alive. My former home, I suppose you could say.
Oh!
The second chance wasn't the only part of the gift. According to the message, Elen left me a few other things that are stored in the house we shared together. I'm hoping that whatever he left me can help fix certain anomalies in my rebooted core. And help me understand why I received a stellar linchpin in the first place.
Ah, now I see why you got a fishing permit. You want to fish some of this stuff out of the home.
Okay, so go back then. What does that have to do with fishing?
Paimon, I think I just already explained it.
And to think I'm talking to the saviors of Fontaine. Did you forget that the water levels have been rising for centuries? I can't just go back to the place I used to live because now it's underwater.
See, Paimon, I explained it to you.
Oh, right.
right.
Sandrone also explained it to you, but in her way.
With the rising water levels and changes in terrain, it's not just a matter of finding where it is, but also clearing away any sediment or debris. But Fontaine law prohibits unauthorized individuals and organizations from excavating underwater ruins. A Melazine caught me the minute I even made an attempt.
Why not apply for authorization then?
And face the endless slog of Fontainian bureaucracy. No thanks. Besides, I'm a Fatui harbinger. The diplomatic implications alone would be enough to give the gestionnaires at the Palais Mermonia a headache.
You know, that actually is a very valid point.
A fishing permit, on the other hand, isn't difficult to obtain at all. Minimal paperwork required, and under the name Guillotin, the application was a cinch.
So you're exploiting a legal loophole?
Maybe?
Am I? That underwater home belongs to me. If I happen to chance upon it while doing some fishing, what's the issue with that?
Well, you know, that seems like a very convincing argument for me.
Of course, I do have to catch some fish to put in the aquarium, just in case the gestionnaires come to check up on things. That's also the reason I hired someone to man the front desk.
Huh? But isn't that kind of a waste? You went to all the trouble of getting a business license and rented out this giant ship just for show?
If you want to run an aquarium that bad, be my guest. Use the facilities however you want. I'm certainly not going to stop you.
Well, you heard her, Paimon. It's time for you to man the aquarium.
All I want is to go back home and see what other gifts Alain wanted me to inherit. Hold on. Enough about me. What are you two even doing here?
They've been in there forever.
Oh god, that's a death glare that I do not want to be faulted. Like, I mean, just look, I mean, if you think about it, Nefer's death glare is funny because it was often stared at you know, with Yehoda. Lohan's death glare made it look like he wanted to kill someone. But see, Lolly's death glare? Oh god, I don't want to anger her.
The reaction when they saw each other was strange, to say the least. They're lucky I was nice enough to leave the room and give them some space. Back in the Masters of the Nightwind, I'm the one who gets to keep people out. I just want to know what they're talking about. Should I cast a little eavesdropping spell?
Oh my god, this is literally peak jealousy at its finest.
What am I thinking? I'm Granny Eastley, the great shaman of the Masters of the Nightwind. I can't do something like that. This is ridiculous. Making me wait out here for so long? Where's their respect for their elders?
You could just see Savier's just like, what the heck is going on with her?
Here they are.
Back there arguing or something? What took you so long?
I'm sorry. It's kind of complicated.
Two of you are already acquainted with Miss Guillotin, then?
Yeah. But don't worry, we got everything sorted. Sandrone agreed to let us shoot on the ship, but it has to be when she's not here.
When she's not here?
Yes, when she's not here.
That's right.
You'll excuse me if I didn't exactly ask for this little reunion. I wasn't planning on seeing anyone.
I wasn't expecting this reunion either.
Like I said, my core is severely damaged. Even with the gift, there are anomalies that are making things unstable. I don't even know if I can continue to function without issues. So the priority is to fix these anomalies and get answers to my own questions. Then, I can see the people that need seeing.
Anyway, just let Cendrone know when you plan to film Xavier, and she'll, steer clear.
I do hope I'm not causing Miss Guillotin too much trouble.
No! She just wants to keep a low profile for her own, complicated reasons. She doesn't want anyone else to know she's here.
Yeah, it's a thing for her.
Understood. I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
Oh, and see Lolly?
Huh?
She wants to talk to you.
You mean Miss Guillotin?
Yes.
What does she want? Oh, please don't let it be about the pajamas. What? The seventh of the Fatui Harbingers? Why are you telling me all this?
I asked the Traveler about you, and I've decided it's best to be open in this instance. I can understand if you would rather not work for a Harbinger. Regardless, the room on the ship is yours to keep. You're an acquaintance of the Traveler, and I plan to honor that.
Wait, she's actually nice? It's not a problem. The captain also worked for the Fatui, and he helped Natlan a great deal. We know that there are good people among your ranks. Besides, I've been around long enough to know what it means to earn one's keep. This isn't Natlan, and I don't expect special treatment. Besides, sitting at a desk isn't exactly back-breaking work.
I appreciate that perspective, great shaman.
Seat Lolly. Just call me Seat Lolly. That title makes me sound so... old.
Wait a minute. That's like breaking the fourth wall by doing that.
Well, Seat Lolly, the Traveler and I are looking for something, so we'll be heading underwater together soon. I'll leave the ship in your care while we're gone.
The way that she opened her mouth was like, "You're doing something with the Traveler?"
Together? How often?
Not too often. We're heading out in a bit, but I'll be available if you need something.
You couldn't, go alone?
I wanted to, but she was concerned about my physical well-being, so she offered to come with.
Guess my mental well-being means nothing then.
Huh?
Xavier, we're back!
Shh! Quiet on set! They're filming over there.
Oh, sorry.
Oops, sorry.
What's your take, Detective?
Bullet wound to the chest. Gunpowder residue on the clothes. The victim must have been shot at close range.
You think it was someone they knew?
Yes. It's possible the suspect arranged for them to meet at this very spot.
A reasonable deduction. But you're overlooking a crucial clue.
What?
The victim's pocket watch is missing. And cut! I think we got it! Good work, everyone! Phew, finally.
Acting was nerve-wracking for me when I first tried it too. Just loosen up, and you'll get used to it in no time.
Chevres! Charlotte!
And is that the goat herself, Miss Lapine Pauline? It's been forever.
Oh, hello there, you two.
You're filming here too? Oh, So Charlotte's crew must have been the one that asked you to help out, huh, Chevrolet?
And I'd like to say, your outfit, Charlotte, looks quite cunning. Kind of like of a certain detective.
Yep, they heard about a potential filming location and wanted to come check it out.
When we got here, your crew had already beaten us to it. Luckily, Xavier and our director, Levine Pauline, go way back. In the end, we agreed to just share each other's filming locations.
Considering all the last-minute changes, that's just what Musketeer Pictures needed.
Sure. Based off the scene just now, you must be the star of the film, Charlotte.
You bet. This detective costume really suits me, don't you think?
It actually does.
For sure. You're already right at home lurking in the shadows taking pictures of this and that. Add a notepad and you're practically method.
Thanks, Miss Chiori. I appreciate the compliment.
That didn't sound much like a compliment to Paimon.
Well, it's a Chiori-style compliment.
So this is a film set? It looks like a very happy place.
This must all be quite new to you, Miss Colomina.
Yes. I watched a few films with a friend once, but she thought there was no point to open my eyes, so she stopped inviting me. Looks like I missed out on a lot.
Well, now you get to make up for it.
True, but being an actor seems like a tough job.
Huh? Most people would swap lives with an actor in a heartbeat. The lifestyle is so glamorous, and pay is more than generous.
But they have to act out lives that aren't their own, with the whole world watching on in judgment. If they don't do it justice, it must feel like they're letting people down.
Oh my gosh, is this how actors feel?
That's exactly how it feels. This young lady has quite the unique perspective. Well, that's true. But these actors are here because they want to be and they think it's fun. Most of them, at least.
Not to mention, the film we're shooting is based entirely on you, Miss Columbina. You just need to be true to yourself.
I don't have to pretend to be someone I'm not?
Not at all. Authenticity is what we're after. For example, this first scene opens with you on the boat, sailing to your friend's homeland. You just need to think about that moment in the story and picture how you would feel.
Okay.
We're all here? Wonderful! Let's head to the deck and get shooting. Oh, and this is for you, dear Paimon, your clapperboard.
Whoa! Is this the same one Paimon used for the Two Musketeers?
Oh, that brings back some memories.
The very same. I saved it just for you.
Thanks, Xavier! Feels like being reunited with an old friend.
Oh, did you keep my camera too?
Of course! That said, I have a different job in mind for you this time, traveler.
Oh? What is it?
Our film is focusing on a single protagonist, so conveying the subtle changes in her state of mind is of the utmost importance. In addition to the actor's own performance, another way we can convey that is through lighting.
Huh? But there's already a lighting specialist, isn't there?
Yes, but it's clear the traveler and Miss Columbina share a deep bond. You might have a better chance of understanding her frame of mind in certain scenes.
You know, you actually make a really good point.
Oh, that makes sense.
So, what do you say? Willing to take on the role of lighting specialist?
Gladly. Not sure I want to give up the coveted title of camera operator, though. But gladly.
It's settled! I leave the job of translating our leading lady's inner thoughts in your capable hands. All right, without any further ado, it's time for production on our film, A Homecoming, to officially begin! Turning it over to you once again, Director Farina.
All right. Positions, everyone! Camera operator, clap loader, get set up. Let me know when lighting is good to go. All you need to worry about, Miss Columbina, is hitting your mark. Other than that, just focus on immersing yourself in the emotions of the moment.
Okay.
Good. Lighting, are we ready?
That's me. Let's see here. Probably something like that, and then, oh wait, I think that might be it. Do I get... Oh. Okay. I think we're good. I believe we are good. Are we good? Oh, finish placing. There we go.
Ready. All right, quiet on set. 3, 2, 1, action!
This is her homeland.
Columbina.
Cut! The emotions I'm looking for were definitely there. Let's just try to keep it a bit more natural. Oh, but definitely keep that gesture at the end. I loved how real it felt. You looked genuinely moved. All right, if you're ready, let's go for another take. Miss Columbina?
That presence, it kind of felt like Sandrone?
Oh, does that mean the Bina is aware of Sandrone being here? Well, technically it has been a little bit since, you know, the update went live, so, before we actually continue on with that, let's go ahead and do some events while we're at it. To the aquarium!
Having a bunch of fun filling up this aquarium.
Yeah, but it doesn't look very full to me, personally.
Since Sandrone doesn't mind, we should definitely catch some more fishies and make this place extra beautiful.
I agree. We should definitely catch some more fish.
Hey, you two. Come over here.
Huh? Is everything alright?
Here. This is for you.
What is it?
It's an underwater mobility device I've been working on.
Huh? Wow! It's so kind of you, Sandrone.
That's really considerate.
It's just a simple mechanical device. I saw the way you were catching fish and... how should I put this? It seemed somewhat unsophisticated. To be perfectly frank, I found it quite difficult to watch.
Oh, I see.
Was it really that bad?
It was inefficient, unskilled, and completely and utterly inelegant.
I'm sorry we subjected you to that.
No need to apologize. Everyone has their own ways of doing things. But seeing as you plan to keep adding to the aquarium, it might be best if you use this device. The waters of Fontaine are home to more than just harmless ornamental fish. there are plenty of predators who could do you some real harm. This device will not only help you fish, it'll also help you flee.
Oh, thank you so much. I'll be sure to use it.
All right. Oh, and if you're going for a swim, go now. And don't forget to tell me what you think of the device. I can always make more adjustments if you have any feedback.
We're back on the water. In Operation Deep Dive Treasure, your main objective is to defeat and capture rare, dangerous creatures, as well as look for even more precious collectibles that surface within the time given. You can approach the most dangerous creatures after stunning them. To do that, simply attack them until their HP is reduced to the minimum. Once they're stunned, you can capture them and store them in your treasure inventory. Do note that certain powerful creatures marked with a special icon are capable of dealing more damage, so be extra careful when you're dealing with them. Open the treasure inventory interface to move or rotate items to adjust their position within the inventory. Any nearby items available for pickup will also be displayed on the left side of the treasure inventory interface. Arrange items and rotate them as necessary to maximize the available space in your inventory.
Well, I see it. Well, I guess we gotta deal with this guy instead. Slice for crap.
You may encounter various containers while in the water, which will only open sometime after you approach them. You have a chance of finding high-value items with every container type. The more containers you find, the higher the chance that you surface with a veritable haul. You may also find usable, consumable items in these containers. You may carry up to one consumable item at any time, which cannot be brought out with you when you surface. You may encounter special xenochromatic Fontamer aberrants in the water. Attack these creatures to attain their abilities for a short time. Do note that while these creatures are more powerful, you'll only be able to use their abilities a certain number of times. Oh, it seems like that there is not enough space, so, judging by that, let's see, that takes 3, so it'd probably be in our best to discard this and this. That way we can make room. Alright. Oh. Right. Whoops. An area with a murky green water. Wait here for a certain amount of time to surface and end the operation. Certain rendezvous points will only work after the corresponding mechanisms have been activated. Ugh. Wow, that's quite a lot of stuff. Let's see. Management details. Quickly open the event's main interface. So, if we do this, and we can go ahead and complete the commission. Get some funds. Oh, I see. I see. I completely see this now. Yeah. It's exactly what I think it is. Yeah, so, remember, I'm pretty sure you either remember this or you don't, but in case if you do, well, this is just basically like last year's event in Fontaine where you had to do like business management. So yeah, it's basically that.
Back to the Zeppeljärny Palace again? Ugh, seriously, what's the point in all these endless meetings?
I probably understand your pain, Sandrone. I don't understand her pain. Oh, I see. We can only do like one of these commissions at a time. Ah, I see. Or I guess, or maybe it just marks them one at a time. And to be perfectly honest, I don't feel like doing the underwater voice every now and then because it kind of hurts my throat a little bit. But yeah, if you ask me, this is kind of like the business ventures back at 5.6. But honestly, from my time doing that, it was a fun event, and I'll always consider it to be a fun event. But I don't think I remember mentioning it. But from what I remember last year is that I did technically record the entire thing, and fortunately enough, there were no issues, you know, with audio or video, anything like that. The only thing that I would probably consider to be the major downside is that while it was successful, I kind of made a boneheaded move and I kind of ended up deleting one of the sessions that I had that had, I think, like almost 4 hours worth of footage. And yeah, that's a kind of a big regretty moment. And yeah, since then I made sure to not delete footage like that again. All right, so it said to click. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, so it does do them all at once. It just so it does technically do them all at once. Your brain. You're basically doing them all at once. It just only tracks the one you're currently focused on. Oh, it seems I am currently out of space. Ooh, cellared wine. Well, that's probably gonna... Oh, no. Let's see here. I'm most likely gonna have to, take out these guys. 200 rays that work closely together. You'll need to use Fontimer water blades to sever the link between them to keep them from attacking. Ah, oh, geez, hello. Oh, I'm already down to 1 heart. No, geez. And, I take it that there's no way for me to recover. Although we can slice it. Well, it did say that we were supposed to slice it! Oh. I died. I'm only allowed to bring back some of my items? Oh, jeez. Sure. Not enough. What do you mean, not enough? Well, at least I got the commission done, but I failed the operation. That's what happens when you fail to pay attention. You end up paying the price with death, but at the very least we completed the commission. And now we just need to get even more. So yeah, I guess that's basically kind of it. So I'm most likely gonna do this probably probably tomorrow night. And most likely tomorrow night. So, we're gonna go ahead and actually do something regarding the Witch's Revelation real quick, and then we'll end things off here. So, let's do that, shall we?
What? Is Paimon seeing things? Is that a Dodoko?
Dodoko? Where? Wait, Paimon, we're in Fontaine. You've probably just got Dodokos on the brain.
No, there really is a Dodoko over there. And it looks just like... It looks like Barbaloth.
Great. The Dodokos have finally risen up!
Oh my, what a coincidence this is. Traveler? Paimon?
It's been a while, Barbaloth.
Why is there something so fishy about hearing such a powerful fortune teller use the word coincidence?
Perhaps, but it's no lie. It truly is a pleasant surprise. As a descender from beyond this world, the traveler's fate is not anchored in Teyvat. Hence why most fortune tellers, including myself, are unable to predict your future. Hence why most fortune tellers, including myself, are unable to predict your future.
Wait, you just said that twice.
But happily, this particular coincidence couldn't have been any more fortuitous. I recently happened to glimpse a peculiar omen. And since I had some free time, I decided to perform a brief divination and follow the omen's course. Just for a spot of fun, you understand. Oh yes, and while I was following this omen, I caught a few ethereal threads of fate and glimpsed the faces of their owners. Here, take a look for yourselves.
Now let's see. These are all people we know.
See? Didn't I tell you? Someone with so many friends was bound to recognize them all.
Wait a minute, I know that voice. Alice?
Hi, you two. It's been a while, hasn't it? I thought I'd lend a hand with Barbie's divination.
I had a feeling that you were up to this somehow.
Indeed, if Alice hadn't insisted, I'd have treated these names as minor variables and discarded them from the divination.
But then you would have missed out on this fun little excursion, wouldn't you? Besides, as mages, we couldn't possibly disappoint the little cuties involved in the prophecy now, could we? It's the dream of every child to receive wonderful gifts, go on grand undertakings, and watch mysterious prophecies unfold. Which is all to say, we simply had to see this one through.
And there's no point arguing with Alice. Anyway, if I can gather these minor variables together, I should be able to adjust my divination. So here I am, seeking them out, and if possible, offering them a little fortune-telling.
So when will they be here?
I don't have time to go around divining things like that, but I'm sure it won't be long.
Is that why you've set up this stall? So you can sit and wait for them to arrive?
Don't worry, I'm not just sitting around twiddling my thumbs. This Dodoko is simply a stand-in. I'm still working on my research.
That's right. And I installed sensors on Barbie's Dodoko. As soon as the right person shows up, she'll receive an instant notification. And Dodoko will give a happy little wiggle to make sure our visitors are drawn on in.
I mean, it would draw me in if I saw Dodoko doing a thing.
What are you doing back here? Take your arm off that. You'll knock my scryglass onto the floor. And hold that cup steady. I don't want you spilling hot chocolate on my manuscripts.
All right, keep your hat on. Just 1 second. There you go, Barbie. This one's yours. I hardly put any sugar in it, I promise.
When you say hardly any sugar, I can't help but feel like we're not speaking the same language.
Back to business. After we followed up on Barbie's divination, I was hoping to gather everyone up, everyone involved, that is, and throw a huge party.
I want to be involved in this party.
I've even decided how we can send out the invitations. Don't worry, I've already picked out the most beautiful birds available. Picture it. In the dead of night, a huge, pure white bird flies through your window with a mysterious letter in its beak. Then you open it, and a whole new world appears before your eyes.
Unfortunately, as I told Alice, doing that would only serve to disrupt the path of fate. Besides, dealing with such small prophecies is a real pain, so it's off the cards.
Oh, fate is such a spoilsport. Nevertheless, we can still have a party. When the time is right, I'll invite everyone myself. And as I do hate waiting for parties, Traveler, Paimon, can I leave the job of bringing your friends here to this stall to you?
Is that okay?
Then we'd be the ones disrupting the path of fate, right?
Seeing as the people in the prophecy already have ties to the Traveler, in theory, their fates are already intertwined. If the Traveler steps in to invite them and hurry things along, it shouldn't have too large an effect on the divination.
Reliable as always. For the sake of the party, it's in your hands. I promise to save you the best seats closest to the cake.
Cake?
Barbie, why are you tearing that paper apart? What are you doing?
I'm using it to plug my ears. Between you and Nicole, if my head isn't hurting, then my ears are. Ugh, I miss Octavia.
Well, that was a certain interesting interaction. Complete Witches Revelations related quests to unlock additional talents for the corresponding characters. Certain character skills and constellation effects will also change. Each Witches Revelations quest is focused on a specific character. Attain the corresponding character and increase their level to 70 to unlock their related quest. Well, I did say we were going to do at least one, so let's go ahead and do one, shall we? And I think I know the perfect character to start off with.
Oh, look! Miko's over there! Paimon gets the feeling things are about to get stressful.
Or really interesting.
You remember the Mikawa Flower Festival, right? Sure, everything turned out for the best, but it was a real headache to get there.
And she made us sign ourselves away.
But not this time! We're not the ones doing labor, so we definitely won't.
Paimon, keep your voice down.
Well, well, Traveler, Paimon. To think we'd run into each other all the way out here in Fontaine. So, what are you...
Oh! Miko! Did you hear that just now?
This is why I told you to keep it down, Paimon!
No, I didn't hear a thing. But judging by your expression, I doubt it was anything... flattering?
No, it's not like that. We're really happy to see you, Miko. What brings you to Fontaine, anyway?
Well, that was an awkward change of subject. Miko really got us this time.
Why else would a poor, overworked editor-in-chief like me be here? I'm toiling away on Yacht Publishing House business, of course. I had just bought a box of new books and was planning to take them back for my editors to study. Still, while strolling around the city, I overheard people talking about an unusually accurate fortune teller out here in the countryside. So I came to get a reading, if only to satisfy my curiosity.
Huh? You're finished already? Why didn't you say so sooner?
So, what card did you draw?
My, taking such an interest in my future, are we? If you want to know, I might be persuaded to let you see. However, you'll have to pay a price.
Well, Paimon, it's time for you to pay that price.
Let me think. How about you sign on with Yai Publishing House? You can compile your adventures into a thrilling novel.
tempting, actually.
Following the latest naming trends, we could call it I picked up emergency food at the start, and now I'm invincible. Oh, we're going to sell so many copies.
The fact that she... the emergency food bit. I didn't think that would ever be brought up again. It would need to be a pretty thick book, though.
Who cares? As long as it's entertaining, you can make it as long as you want. I once published a light novel called The Horizon Beyond the Paradox. That book was as thick as a dictionary and spanned 8 volumes. Then there were 3 companion guides and 6 spin-offs. Stack them all up and they'd reach the ceiling. If you manage to churn out that much, then I, editor-in-chief, will edit it all personally. What do you say?
You just want to rush my drafts. But, sorry, but no. I still have adventuring to do.
Interesting. So, you don't want to see which card I drew, then?
I've suddenly lost all interest.
Yes! It turns out we're not that...
Oh well, here it is. According to Lady Barbeloth, it's reversed justice.
I didn't see that! I covered my eyes! Wait, no, I didn't hear that! I covered my ears!
You don't want to see? Very well. Since you have so little interest in divination, the next time you come for a fortune slip, don't expect me to help you draw. Come to think of it, you two have been visiting the shrine quite often lately to hang prayer plaques, haven't you? How about...
Wait, that's a great card to draw! Justice. It's got a nice ring to it.
Seriously?
Yes.
So it would seem, but alas, the justice card I drew is reversed. Does that mean I'm some sort of outlaw, Lady Barbeloth?
The card is named Justice, but it doesn't represent a just or unjust person. At least, not in a conventional sense. Perhaps it would be better to say, since it's currently reversed, it represents a dishonest person.
Dishonest? Oh, there must be some mistake. I'm always honest when helping these two interpret their fortune slips. Isn't that right?
All Paimon knows is that whenever Miko helps the traveler draw fortune slips, it's always great fortune.
Well, that's because of her good luck. Or at least, her good luck whenever she's by my side.
Yeah, by your side.
Luck. Now there's a fine choice of words. Reverse justice does indeed symbolize a distorted sort of cause and effect, imbalance, dishonesty, and dissatisfaction. As a yokai, you above all should understand. After all, the birth of a yokai is indelibly tied to desire. A yearning for something, an uncompleted dream, some unfinished undertaking, the pull of a certain emotion. All it takes is the slightest catalyst for these unsatisfied desires to take root and grow, and sprout unexpected offshoots. And you, a great yokai of Inazuma, likely have a greater desire than most buried within your heart. But that's the limit of what I can see. After all, you only drew one card. What's more, reverse justice is known to be good at concealing lies, whether from others or oneself.
How delightfully mystifying. Sounds just like something a shrine maiden might say when interpreting fortune slips. I certainly wasn't expecting to pick up any new jargon on this trip, but that one is quite good. Still, as good as it is, it doesn't really align with our shrine's way of doing things. So perhaps I'd better not teach it to the shrine maidens after all. Anyway, thank you for the divination, Lady Mage. Should you ever have the chance, do pay a visit to the Grand Nakami Shrine and allow me to return the favor. What do you say?
I'm afraid my hydromancy keeps me far too busy. I simply can't spare the time to dip my toes into other forms of fortune-telling. Though your fortune slips sound like something Nicole and Alice would enjoy, I'll be sure to tell them all about you.
Wonderful. When the time comes, I shall personally preside over the drawing of fortune slips for your friends.
Wait. I think I remember hearing something about, like, that Yai Miko went under something pretty tragic because of Alice. I think that might not be a good idea.
I assure you, everyone will draw the most auspicious slips.
Alright, all characters in the party will be prevented from falling when they lose HP. Characters' energy recharges greatly increase, and during combat, Starlight Prisons will appear on the field, continuously granting nearby characters the Pole Star field buff. So, in essence, like this is, I guess it's basically just a stellar conduct trial of sorts? Well, let's go ahead and,
Here,
do it.
emerge, right now.
Take flight!
Emerge. Dear me, I'm always watching. Right here, emerge, right now.
Whirling snow! Embrace the ice!
Ouch.
My apologies!
Emerge,
Oh.
right now.
You're quite a big guy, aren't you?
Sight to behold. Here. Emerge.
Take flight! Kamisato art! Sumetsu!
Right now. Right here.
Wait. Was that actually following the fish app? How interesting.
Right now.
Whirling snow! Embrace the ice!
And I guess just by doing that, we've unlocked the Great Yokai's instruction with the revelation unveiled. And if we take a look to see what it does, when Great Secret Art Tenko Kenshin is unleashed, each Sessho Sakura involved will reset the cooldown for one instance of Yakan evocation, Sessho Sakura. When there are at least 3 Sessho Sakura nearby at the same time, unleashing Yakan evocation, Sessho Sakura will cause Yai Mika to unleash an additional lightning strike, which deals electro damage of 40% of her attack. And with Radiant Stellar Conduct, the aforementioned additional lightning strike becomes an instance of electro damage of 50% of Yai Miko's attack instead, and this damage will also be considered as Stellar Conduct damage. And if we see with the Edict of Cleansing,
I like music. In fact, I've taught myself to
with the
play
Radiant Stellar
many
Conduct
different
and
instruments.
enhanced Sessho Sakura
You
Lightning
don't believe
Bolt,
me?
hits an opponent
Find me
will
a
cause
piano,
also an
and
additional
I'll
damage
show you a
of
thing or two.
electro damage at 200% of Yai Miko's attack, and it's also considered as Stellar Conduct damage. And additionally, when inside a Pulsar field, Yai Miko will enter the Radiant Stellar Conduct state. Her Elemental Burst, from what I recall, it was basically, it just resets the duration entirely. I'm pretty sure that's it. And then with the C1, which I officially have the C1 Yai Miko as of a long time ago, each time the Great Sacred Art Tenko Kenshin activates a Tenko Thunderbolt, Yai Miko restores 8 elemental energy to herself. After Yai Miko triggers a Superconduct or Stellar Conduct reaction,
It's about time we threw another
or
tea party.
deals a Stellar
Don't
Conduct
you think?
damage, nearby party
I
members
wonder
will
who
gain a
else is
50% Electro damage and Stellar Conduct damage bonus for 10 seconds. Triggering these reactions again will refresh the duration of the damage bonuses. And we can see that her C2 is that, when there are Sessho Sakura on the field, and at least, or starts at level 2 with With her C2, Sessho Sakura will start at level 2 when created, with their max level increased to 4, and their attack range is increased by 60%. And when there are Sessho Sakura on the field, Yae Miko and your current character's elemental mastery will be increased by 60, 90, 120, and 200 points depending on the level of the Sessho Sakura. Her C4, it basically increases the electro damage of all members by 20% for 5 seconds when a Sessho Sakura's lightning hits the opponents, and Yae Miko restores an additional 8 elemental energy. And the aforementioned elemental energy recovery can trigger once every 5 seconds. Additionally, Yae Miko's elemental burst damage is increased by 20%. And with her C6, Sessho Sakura's attacks will ignore 60% of the opponent's defense, and the crit damage of Yae Miko's stellar contact damage is increased by 200%. That is a lot. I did quite a bit of yapping, but we're already about 2.5 hours in this session, so yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Next time on Genshin Impact, we'll be continuing on not only with the story, but we'll also be continuing the business trend of things, and we'll likely also showcase a couple more of the Witch's Revelation quests. So until next time, I'll catch you all later.